To gain control of the town once known for its vineyards and cavernous salt mines, Russia has relied on mercenaries, prison conscripts and newly mobilized soldiers. Bakhmut, too, boasts underground tunnels, where sparkling wine is made according to classic recipes in former chalk mines about 70 meters below the surface. The grapes for the beverage came from the Crimean Peninsula before Russia illegally annexed it in 2014. Until 2022, Bakhmut was home to one of Eastern Europe's largest sparkling wine manufacturers, which produced more than 25 million bottles annually. That, too, however, ceased after Russian troops invaded in February. In Bakhmut, there is no place that is not covered with blood. There is no hour when the terrible roar of artillery does not sound, Mr. Zelensky said. This month the president made a surprise trip to Bakhmut, describing the war-battered town as Ukraine's frontline fortress. Earlier on Wednesday, the Ukrainian army said Moscow's forces were continuing offensive actions in the direction of Bakhmut. Many analysts say has little strategic value to the Russians, leading some to suggest Russia's obsession with the city is nothing more than a ploy to drain Ukraine's armed forces of their limited resources. Russia recently announced that it had captured large parts of Soledar in the Donetsk region. Ukraine's government has described the situation there as very difficult. Fighting continues. Ukraine's government has sent reinforcements in an apparent effort to regain lost territory. Should they fail, Soledar would become the first city captured by Russia in the Donbas coal region since summer. Soldar's location, roughly 15 kilometers, 9 miles, northeast of Bakhmut, the district administrative center, makes it extremely important from a military standpoint. Both Soledar and Bakhmut city have been under constant assault since Russia launched its military invasion on February 24, 2022. Russian troops, especially mercenaries from the private militia outfit known as the Wagner Group, have been trying to take Bakhmut since summer. Their initial progress was slow, but that changed dramatically in January. Should Soledar fall, the threat that Bakhmut could be encircled would grow exponentially. Soledar is world famous for its salt mines. Table salt has been mined in the city since the end of the 19th century, when the area was part of the Russian Empire. The settlement was declared a city in its own right in 1965 and was called Karlolibnektovsk, after the co-founder of the Communist Party of Germany. The city has been known by the name Soledar, meaning the gift of salt, in Russian, since 1991. Before the invasion, more than 10,000 people lived in the city. 7 times as many lived in Bakhmut. Both cities were controlled by Russia-backed separatists in early 2014 but were later liberated by Ukrainian forces. Russian forces have turned the eastern Ukrainian city of Bakhmut into ruins, President Volodymyr Zelensky said, while Ukraine's military on Saturday reported missile, rocket and airstrikes in multiple parts of the country that Moscow is trying to conquer after months of resistance. The latest battles of Russia's 9.5-month war in Ukraine have centered on 4 provinces that Russian President Vladimir Putin triumphantly and illegally claimed to have annexed in late September. The fighting indicates Russia's struggle to establish control of those regions and Ukraine's persistence to reclaim them.